Okay, today we are looking at a 950 Coates wheel balancer for our customer. The Coates 950 balancer is probably the best balancer ever made. I can probably guarantee you that. They work forever. They never hardly ever break down. They're always covered with dirt and grease, everything junk all over them, and they still work. It's a great machine. Don't let anybody ever talk you out of your Coates 950, 1050. 1025. They are great machines, and there's really, besides what they show you on the board up on top and the way they tell you to put weights and stuff, everything else is the same. No other balancer in the world is going to be any better than a Coates 950 or 1050.
If someone can't get a 950 today, what would you recommend?
1250 Coates, 1250. Even a 13, 14, 15, 1600 Coates are all good. They're all basically the same machine. Up here is different, and then they have the weight, the 5 o'clock weight placement laser, which is nice, but really, the way the motor's mounted on the sensors is no different. And we do mount right on the motor, the only balancer in the world that does that. And it's a great idea. It's the best idea. There's no drive belt. There's no tiny little motor. All those balancers from the internet are all junk. Okay, Ranger is junk. Don't buy it. Atlas, junk. Don't buy it. Then you go all these other balancers. They're all toys. Coates is the heaviest balancer, the most high production balancer. You can't burn it up. You can't hurt it. Okay, so here we are. We're going to show you how to mount a tire on a wheel balancer. I know it sounds really simple, but it's not that simple anymore. Okay, on this particular wheel it is easy, but what we want to do is make sure that the backing plate, what's just called the face plate on the motor, is clean. And there's no any dirt, grease. I've seen all kind of junk on here. Any little bit of stuff on the faceplate will cause the wheel not to be mounted correctly, and you can balance it, but it will shake on the car. Also, the back of the wheel back here needs to be clean. Now, a steel wheel, no problem, usually. But when you get the alloy wheels, they will have corrosion on here, and you need to get that off of there, whether you use a wire wheel or whatever. They have all kind of tools now you can buy. Clean the back of the wheel before you mount it. On this particular wheel, we're going to come from the outside. We get it on here, we get the proper cone that fits the wheel, which I know already which one it is. And since I'm not using a speed nut, I'm going to just take another cone, preferably a small cone, since it's not that heavy, put it on, and then put on the old-fashioned solid hub nut. Do not hit this with a hammer, whatever you do, because you can break it off. And if you break this off, it will balance, but it will shake on the car, because this gets balanced every time. Okay, so now we come over here, and we got to tell the balancer three things. And on this particular model, it is manual enter. We put the distance gauge right up in here where the wheel weight's going to go on this wheel. And I'm looking down here and I'm saying 3.6. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yep.
Be 3.6. So we come over here and we hit this picture here, which is the distance, and we just get 3.6. It's real simple. The simplest machine to use. There's nothing hard about this machine at all. Then you put the width calipers on, and you see my wheel is 6.6 inches wide. And then the diameter, you hit that and you put the diameter in. My wheel's a 17-inch wheel, 17.0, and we have our numbers in. All we need to do now is close the hood, and it spins automatically. Stops, we get our reading. It's telling me to put 4 ounces, a top dead center, 12 o'clock right here on the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 4-ounce weight on there. Okay, so now we have a 4-ounce weight reading, and so we turn the wheel in a circle until we get our LED right here till it's blinking. That's 12 o'clock, top dead center. So you want to go 12 o'clock. We have a 4-ounce weight that we're going to put on at 12 o'clock. So we got our weight 12 o'clock, and then we close the hood. And we're just going to check our work and see if we did a good job or not. And according to the balancer, the tire is perfect. So we have our tire done. We mounted it properly. We did everything right. It'll go back on the car, and it should not shake. That's the way you do regular steel wheel, 2-plane, dynamic wheel balancing.